Well, they say in Western Ireland that a windy day is no day for fishing scallops. I'm not going to be fishing scallops today, but I'm going to try to do a demonstration with these little wiffle balls, and heaven knows how much they're going to be hopping around. I've got you pointed towards my little machine here, and I have aimed it rather high because I particularly want to show you something about using this heavy bat. This is my 34-inch Tommy Davis bat. It's not that long, but it is quite heavy by today's standards. And I especially want to show you, I've got the pitches coming in, I think, at above belt level. And I want to show you that despite you're not raising your hands very high, you can hit the high pitch pretty well with this old school swing where you don't load way back. You just try to fall into the ball with hands and front foot at the same time. I'm going to try to do these in about 5 apiece and show you some different things. This first round probably, I'm not looking for a lot of success. I'm just going to plant my back foot and point my front foot toward the pitcher. Boy, that was really high. I just barely got a piece of that. A little better. Not too good. Well, what I was trying to do there, or the reason I didn't expect a lot of success, I did have the back foot completely immobile, and I think if I actually, when I'm bringing the heavy bat up, if I take a little hop into the ball, I'm expecting things to, I don't know why exactly, but I think things might work a little better. Also very hard to time these because I don't have much time between the throws. Whoa, that was really high. That's better. It's the first good one. Well, I had 3 line drives up the middle off the last 3. So let me actually, I'm going to put 6 in this time, and I'm going to try 3 with the rear foot stationary, and then I'm going to, as I take that last deep dip of the barrel and then lift it up again and kind of catalyze that little hop in my back foot. I'm going to do that with the last 3. It's kind of cold out here. Way light on that. The wind obliged by kicking in right there when I was getting into it. Even so, that last one, it blew into me and I was able to fight it off my hands. Let me now, to wrap up the demonstration, I'm going to go back to this kind of almost spider creep. I don't know what to call it, but Ty Cobb says to put your hands out from you and I kind of enter into it that way. And I'm drawing the bat a little farther back, and I'm able to keep my weight as the back foot comes forward like this, because the bat goes out, and then as I draw it back, since this is a wooden bat and it's pretty darn heavy, I can keep from falling over. I can stay on the back toes as I'm loading up. Now let's do 5. And I find that this is the best chance of contact of any of these swings. Oh. Right down the line. I cheated on that one. Come on. It's stuck. There we go. I popped it up. Top hand really has to be firmly on the bat as you load up. Boy. Oh. Four out of 5. I just, I'm cheating. I'm just swinging on everything. But even that is kind of like a dead ball hitter. They swung at pretty much everything. But I'm so close to this machine. I really am. I'm like 15 feet away. I don't know what that translates into in terms of reaction time, because it's not as well calibrated as the directions. So I mean, I know I'm not hitting a 130 mile an hour fastball, but it's not much reaction time. And I think maybe the little hop load where you come up on your back, you don't plant your back foot and not move it. You actually use the dip of the barrel and then bringing it up again to energize a little hop onto the back foot. And especially when I guess I could call it a crab walk almost, when I do that, hold the bat out and then slowly bring it back. The bat is already so low and it's so forward that I can just use my hands with that, top hand driving, bottom hand levering in, that parallel reverse motion, as I call it in the books. I can use hands so effectively that way that I can hit just about anything, honestly. Now you notice that everything was going to the opposite field there. That's great. I love that. I mean, there's so many reasons why I like that, and especially as a left-handed hitter, I have a better chance of getting out of the box a little early and beating that long throw, if an infielder can even stop that. Those were mostly low-line drives, so good chance of making it to the outfield. But you know what? The heavy bat, like the old-timers used to have, there's so many hitters today who say, how did they ever use those? The pitching must have been really slow. Well, slower than it is nowadays, but the reaction time was less for a lot of reasons, such as terrible hitting backgrounds and all kinds of things. And the strike zone was higher, distinctly higher than it is today. So, how would they use such a heavy bat and hit a ball that's really just right up here at the armpits. The paradox there is that if you have the hands low, and if you're using this hand action that I'm talking about, you actually, you don't have to use a lot of rotation in your torso and bring the hands from back here all the way to here. The hands are already here, you're just falling into the ball, and the barrel is accompanying your fall. You're giving it a little extra zip with your hand action. It's actually very easy. It's easier to hit the high pitch, and you can bring your barrel on a straighter line to the high pitch than if you were using any of the hitting styles of today. And you can actually get quite close to the plate too. So even though I'm setting up back far from the plate, I'm always coming in because I want to kind of shoot to the opposite field. And if one of them surprises me and comes in on my hands, I can have so little taper here. This is a nice thick wooden bat. With a bat like this, I can just almost fight it off my chest. And because again, I'm falling into the ball like this. It's what they used to call a push swing. I don't hear that very much nowadays, but obviously that's the opposite of a pull swing. You're pushing the ball out there. There's so many things that I just think so cool about this. Again, as I said the other day, you're going to have to find some kind of bat that you don't mind breaking. I'm not going to use this old warhorse actually trying to hit a hard ball, but maybe you have somebody you know who has some woodworking skills, and you can get that person to make you a nice, heavy, big, old-fashioned bat to do this stuff with.